Welcome to another edition of Ego on Break. I'm your host, Dynamite J. Andrews. Got the Mississippi Madman, Captain Spaulding, sitting over to my left. And we're going to talk a little bit about wrestling. So this past weekend, we had the 8th Great Southern 8 tournament here in Mississippi. And it did not quite go over as advertised, so we apologize for that. But we did have an outstanding set of matches. And yeah, so we'll go to the results real quick. The Madman was down in New Orleans. He was cosplaying. He was trying to be an extra or stunt double for Captain Spaulding.
Don't touch my damn head if I don't give you permission.
Yeah, he likes it when you run your fingers through his hair.
Okay.
But yes, so it was a bit of history in the making, I guess, as the Great Southern 8 saw the first woman wrestler in the tournament, as Bristol Hale represented Florida. She's from Miami, and she stepped into the tournament. Right. So that was pretty cool. She faced Ray Fury, and at first I thought Bristol was going to take it over, as she gave Fury a low blow as he was getting into the ring. But
the bell ain't rang, so it ain't breaking the rule.
Right. That's exactly what had happened. But unfortunately, about 3 minutes and a cutter later, Ray Fury was victorious. So although she made history, she didn't make history, or she became history. So that was pretty cool. Then we got to see Wes Warren take on O'Hagan, and this match was pretty interesting, as O'Hagan had went to do a shoulder tackle into the corner. Wes sidestepped, slung him into the pole, and it knocked O'Hagan's shoulder out of place.
Oh, lovely.
Luckily, Ursa Major was there to snatch his shoulder back into place, which seemed a bit painful, but unfortunately for O'Hagan, he did not make it back into the ring in time and lost by count out. This upset him, and he and Ursa and Sterling put the beating on poor Wes Warren, and Wes was saved by Ray Fury. So then we got Ursa Major and Brandon Watley. The Serpent Dragon is now the Serpent Assassin. He represented Alabama, and Ursa represented the Southern Skies. Sweet. So, you know, Ursa was pretty dominant in that match, and afterwards the Constellation tried to attack Fury. No, wait, jumping ahead, skip all that. So he moved in, and then we got Christian Blake versus the Nightmare, and this is where chaos ensued, as the Nightmare cannonballed the corner and broke the ropes. So if you don't think the Nightmare doing a cannonball onto you hurts, just watch the rope snap as he hit it. So that happened. Unfortunately for Christian Blake, he could not overcome the Nightmare, and he lost. So not only did Nightmare defeat the ring ropes, he defeated Christian Blake. Second round, we saw the Nightmare versus Wes Warren. If the attack that the Constellation put on Wes was not enough, Nightmare attacked Wes from the get-go, right? Like, I don't even think Nightmare had an entrance. Wes came out, and Nightmare was kicking his butt from the get-go. So after about 5 or 6 minutes of the ref trying to get him back into the ring, not back into the ring, but into the ring, they fought through the crowd, chair shots. You know, I think Wes got like suplex on the floor, like pretty brutal. The ref finally got him into the ring, and Wes Warren was able to defeat the Nightmare. So that was super cool for Wes, because as you all know, Wes took a beating from the Nightmare with a kendo stick.
Yes, he did.
And he took a beating this time with a kendo stick as well, as it somehow surfaced back at ringside. So who knows?
Good God.
But that put Wes Warren into the finals. The second semifinal saw Ursa Major taking on Ray Fury. Ray Fury beat Ursa Major. This is when the Constellation attacked Fury, having Wes Warren come out and make the save. So both guys were tit for tat, so to speak, as one saved one and one saved the other. So I wonder if we could see maybe a tag between Wes Warren and Ray Fury taking on Constellation down the road. That could be cool. So our finals for the tournament was Ray Fury taking on Wes Warren. And after a brutal match, Wes Warren became victorious and became the 8th Great Southern 8 winner. So congratulations to young Wes Warren. He definitely earned it. He got beat down a bunch.
Sounds like
was in some probably some of the hardest hitting matches he's ever been in. If you want to see chops, maybe not as hard as John Davis's, but real close, go watch that match, because Fury and Wes were laying in each other with the chops. So it was definitely an earned victory for Wes, and I was pretty cool to see it happen. So again, congratulations to Wes Warren for being the 8th Great Southern 8 winner. The next Ego event is Fight Night 6. It happens November the 2nd in Eupora, Mississippi, at the Eupora Elementary School. Eupora is up near Starkville, Mississippi, so all you Bulldog fans that's in the area, y'all come on out and check out Pro Wrestling Ego. We will crown a Mississippi champion that night. We're going to do kind of a mini tournament, so looking forward to that.
okay.
All right, that's pretty much all the wrestling I've watched. So that was it in a nutshell. I did catch a little bit of this episode of NWA Power, but that's all I've seen. Have you seen anything?
I come in and watched AEW last night from work, but I missed the first 2 matches, and the rest of the show I saw. It was really good.
Give us a highlight, a quick rundown of AEW, or the things that stood out at
Joey
least.
Janela and Omega were having a regular wrestling match, which I was glad to see, because to me they're doing way too many gimmick matches already in AEW, and it hasn't even built to do that stuff yet.
Yeah.
So, but they had a hell of a knockdown, drag out match. It just kept going and going and going. Omega goes over. It really didn't surprise me, but it did show me that Joey Janela can have a wrestling match without crap in the ring.
Yeah. That's cool.
And JR and Tony Schiavone and them were pushing that he really does want to be known as a wrestler, not just a garbage wrestler.
Right.
I'm like, well, good, because he can wrestle clearly.
Yeah.
So,
well, let me pause you right there. What you know that he is, thanks to Ancestry.com, he has found his long lost cousin, who is actually a kung fu master and wrestler, and Donnie Janela.
sure. I mean, you were cousins.
Well, I mean, somewhere down the line.
Sure.
But yeah, so I wonder if we will see Donnie Janela in AEW.
Sure.
Yeah, cool. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Kung fu fighting.
But, what was the next one? Damn it, you threw my train of thought off. Damn it, see what happens when you tell me stupid stuff.
I love it, Donnie Janela. We apologize for that screeching sound.
It's not me, it's the garbage guy.
But yeah, so I actually like Donnie Janela.
I like Donnie. Primetime Janela.
I am looking forward to the opportunity to see him tag with his cousin, so I hope that's coming in the near future.
I swear, like, my whole train of thought is just gone. What the hell was the main? Oh, it was, I can tell you the main event was Moxley versus Pac.
Okay.
And it come to a time limit draw. And this is the only thing I'll say against AEW. And I like that the matches are 10, 20 minute, or they're 20-minute time limits.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start counting down, you know, 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left. And I was like, well, this is a draw. Yeah. So I kind of wish they would have let it been a surprise,
Like just a bell.
or when it come down, if they just all of a sudden said 1 minute remaining instead of jumping at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you know, it wouldn't have gave it away. But when they started counting down to 30 seconds remaining, and the crowd's like crapping on it, and I was like, you know, it's just going to be a draw. But
I should have swerved everybody and like got double counted out.
I really wish they would. I wish they would have did like a quick roll and it'd been like 3 or 4 seconds remaining. But it did come to a draw, and Moxley is going around, time limit, draw my ass, time limit, draw my ass, and he grabs the referee and gives the ugliest DDT in the history of mankind. I mean, I don't even know if the ref knew it was coming, because it didn't look like it. It looked so bad.
Well, he is a referee.
I mean, well, most referees are usually wrestlers too, you know that. So, But yeah, I don't think he knew this was coming because it looked like crap.
Now I saw a screenshot or a picture or something of Private Party doing like double dives.
That was the first match.
So it was Cody and Dustin.
I really don't know. I didn't see it. I don't want to lie to you.
So,
and I saw one of the women's matches. It was Britt Baker. Some lady from Europe, but I don't know her name right off the bat.
Was it Bea Priestley?
I'm not sure.
That's who Britt Baker's kind of been feuding with.
No, this was a bigger girl.
Okay.
But they actually had a really good match.
Yeah.
And she's doing this little, looks like Rings of Saturn into the Mandible Claw.
Oh, cool.
It is a really cool move. I like it because, yeah, I was going to say, it looks like she's trying to yank your damn teeth out, and she's a dentist, so.
That's pretty cool.
They're tapping, you know, but it's really cool. She's used it the last 3 times I've seen her go.
Nice.
But yeah, nice. I watched that.
Well, I guess they did like a little piece on Britt Baker, maybe showing some highlights of her life or something.
Yeah, it was like a little music video.
And Adam Cole, the NXT champion, was in there with her because that's her her guy or whatever. So I thought that was kind of cool that the NXT champion, in theory, appeared on AEW. So that's kind of cool.
That's what it is. It's always funny to me how different people are related to other people in other wrestling federations. Yeah. I mean, Moxley has
his wife's on TV.
Yeah, she's on WWE.
So, did you watch NWA Power?
Yes, I watched it yesterday at lunch. Matter of fact, I'm a big fan of this. I love the setup. I love the way they're going at it.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember what the actual match was. It was Tim Storm. And somebody was tagged. So I'd have to look it up.
I was like, all I saw was I saw the first few minutes of it as I was. I didn't see it. I heard the first few minutes as I was coming here, and I heard like Eddie Kingston cutting a promo, and he told Cornette like, "Don't steal my heat."
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny. Then Cornette said Eddie Kingston's breath could bluff a buzzard off the back of a truck. Smells like he's been eating fermented cheese in a septic tank under a slaughterhouse.
They're wanting him and Homicide are wanting the
Dawson brothers.
The Dawson brothers because they got jumped by him.
Yeah.
So, and the Dawsons come out and cut a promo and go, "We will fight anybody in the back but those two." So
I love the presentation of Power, and it just bothers me that you could stick. I don't know if it bothers me. It's just funny that it's like you can literally stick a box of saltine crackers in the crowd and nobody would know the difference. Like, it is the whitest product out there. Everything about it is white. I'm like, oh, it's so funny. Like, and I don't know, like, you can't help who buys your tickets, you know what I mean? So, I mean, like...
It's in Georgia.
Yeah, but it's just so funny. Like, they're panning the crowd, and it's just like a sea of, like, you know, 30 to, or probably like 28 to 45-year-old white dudes. I don't think there's no girls in the crowd.
No, there's a woman in there.
It's nobody. It just looked like all white dudes. And I was like, oh, man. It made me laugh.
Let's see. Trying to find it because
but yeah, so while he's looking and cussing over here, so NXT, have you caught any NXT?
No, I haven't watched NXT in like a month.
Yeah, so this is going to be the most non-wrestling
I just don't
episode of wrestling.
I'm sorry.
You going to break?
I have a 10-hour day job. When I come home, I want to watch AEW. Yeah. They've actually pulled me in. I watched NXT multiple times when it was on the stream.
Yeah.
It never pulled me to want to watch the next episode. Never. Not one damn time did it make me want to watch it again and again and again. AEW has made me want to watch it again and again. MLW. I couldn't watch this week's. It was so damn bad, I could not watch it. When the guy stood up in the 6-man tag and did this to 2 people standing on each side of him, for them to send him off the ropes, I'm like, I'm not watching this crap.
Well, I didn't get to watch it.
I'm sorry. I mean, but that's really how I felt. I'm like, if your product's going to be garbage, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
And it's just like when they went over to this Crash Federation, it isn't the MLW guys I'm not wanting to watch. It's these Crash guys I'm not wanting to watch. I mean, to me, they're not good.
Yeah.
you don't do this for two guys to grab you and send you to another rope. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You know? And the whole point is to make it look like a fight. That's not a fight.
Right. Yeah, so I haven't caught any MLW either. I did see something someone shared the other day, maybe today, yesterday, the day before, I don't remember. But it was a picture of the Young Lions Cup in Chicago. So are they getting ready to do the Young Lions Cup? Do you know? Or is that just, maybe he was the champion? I don't
I haven't seen nothing on Chicago in probably, 5 months, 6 months.
Okay.
I mean, only thing I really know is going on there is, what's his name took his mask off?
Who?
The one I showed you the picture of. What's his name? Not sure.
Oh, Dasher Hatfield.
Dasher Hatfield took his hood off. Now I don't know if he's still working in Chicago, but I know he is traveling, and he's still being Dasher Hatfield, but without a mask.
Without a mask.
So I don't even know if he lost his mask.
I bet he lost it.
I would like to know. I really don't know. I need to look it up and see.
So yeah, if you know what's going on in Chicago, let us know in the comments, because we'd definitely like to know.
I'm a fan, but it's hard to keep up with it. You know?
Yeah, it's so much good wrestling out there right now. Like, it's so much out there, it's almost like, I find it like I don't watch any because it's so much.
And
like, it just
they had the Impact pay-per-view was this weekend. I got it at the house to watch. I just haven't had time to watch it yet.
I'm pretty sure that Ken Shamrock showed up and took on Moose.
Yes, he did.
Because I saw a photo of a Shamrock plancha over the top rope.
Plancha almost missed him, and but he got him.
Yeah,
it was one of those, like, he hit him, but he kind of bounced off that big son gun.
Oh, speaking of almost missing on a dive, did you see that the fake La Parka?
Yes, I
got
saw
hurt
that.
pretty bad.
Did you see the actual video?
I have not.
What it is when he dove, he was fighting Roosh, and he kind of ricocheted off him, just kind of like Shamrock did. Well, instead of hitting the upper part of the barrier, he hit the bottom part. And you hear, instead of it was ding.
Wow.
And yeah, he don't get up. Even Roosh is kind of like,
don't touch him.
Hey, are you dead? Yeah, I mean, you could even tell, like, when Roosh looks like he's worried, and that dude just looks mean all the time. Like, you knew he was messed up, and he didn't get up. And I mean, I hope the guy's good. I mean, I really do, because I hate to see anybody get hurt in wrestling.
I think it's pretty like, not life-threatening, but definitely career-threatening.
Yeah, he's at least got a good concussion. If he didn't crack his skull,
I think he broke some vertebrae and stuff in his neck.
Well, it's like I said, that's the way he landed, man. And he caught that bottom, the bottom part of the steel rail, and that's one of the biggest parts of that rail. And if you catch that, bro, like I said, you can hear ding.
Oof.
It ain't hard to find a video,
That's
so if
tough.
you want to see it, go look at it. But you'll hear his skull makes a miraculous noise.
That's tough.
But like I say, you see Roosh strike, like, ooh, and he's like, character gone, damn this, and he's worried about the guy.
It should be.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, you got anything else? If not, I'm done.
I was going to ask you one other thing. I'm trying to remember what it was. Like, after you threw the Janela thing at me, I've been lost ever since. I swear I had a whole train of stuff I want to talk about, and I ain't got back on track yet. So you did like damn what was his name? Woo, you derailed me.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That's funny.
Black guy that cuts the promos.
Freight Train.
Freight Train. There you go. I can't think of his name. So I couldn't. Yeah, I went Freight Train. That's what happened.
Yeah. All right. Well, this has been
about New Orleans, and then woo.
This has been an uneventful.
Sorry.
Ego on break, so we definitely apologize, you guys. We hope you enjoyed it. So we will see you next week. Check out, we're going to do an unboxing, so check that out as well. We got this month's Pro Wrestling Crate coming out, so looking forward to that. So stay tuned to the channel, you'll get to see that. And check us out, Eupora, Mississippi, November the 2nd, Fight Night 6. At the Eupora Elementary School. Going to do a Mississippi Champion in a little mini tournament. Got some good guys in that.
So is that a belt?
Yeah, it's a belt.
Sweet.
Yep. So, see you guys next time. Until next week or until whenever, watch wrestling.
Always watch wrestling.
Watch wrestling.